So here we go. Ready? Knock, knock, knock. Hello, my name is Lisa. I'm going to be your nurse today. I'm going to pull my curtain, wash my hands. All right, can you tell me your name and date of birth?
Cindy Griffin, 122-2000.
Okay. Do you know what year it is?
2026.
And who's our president?
Donald Trump.
Okay. And do you know why you're here today?
Just for teacher.
Okay. And do you know what type of building you're in?
I'm in.
Okay, good. So today I'm just going to do a full head to toe assessment on you, and we'll take some vital signs later, but we will get those vital signs taken too. Okay. So through this assessment, I'm going to ask you some questions, and nothing should really hurt at all for you. Okay. So first off, do you have any pain right now?
No.
Okay. On a scale from 0 to 10, 10 being the most pain that you've ever had, what would you rate your pain level right now?
Easy.
Okay, so I'm going to look over your body throughout this assessment, and if at any time you start having pain when I'm pushing or touching, you need to make sure you let me know, okay?
Okay.
All right. So let's start with your head and your face. Can you go ahead and raise your eyebrows for me? Can you puff out your cheeks? Smile. Wonderful, good. You don't have any pain or rash or drainage or any cuts or bruises or anything on your head that you know of. Okay. So as I go throughout my assessment, I'm also going to look at all your bony prominences to make sure that you don't have any redness or pain in any of those areas. And that includes your elbows and your wrists. You haven't noticed any bruising or abrasions or anything like that in any of those areas. Okay. And on your hips, none at all. Okay, wonderful. Okay, so I see that you wear glasses. Do you also wear contacts?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, can you go ahead and take your glasses off for me? All right, do you have any pain or redness or itching or drainage from your eyes at all?
No.
Okay, so I'm going to shine a bright light in your eyes, and I just want you to look straight ahead for me, okay? All right. All right, I'm going to have you look at my pen, and then look at the wall. Look at my pen, and look at the wall. Okay, great. Pupils are equal, round, and reactive to light and accommodation. All right, now I'm going to look in your ears. You haven't any pain or drainage or redness or itching or anything like that in your ears. Okay, and do you wear hearing aids? Okay, I'm just going to take a quick look in your ears. Okay, all right, I'm going to look in your nose. No redness or congestion or runny nose or bleeding or anything that you've noticed in the nose. Okay. All right, I'm going to look in your mouth. Do you wear any dentures or partials or anything like that? Okay. You'll look. I'm going to lift your head up just a little. Stick it way out and say, ah. Okay. And have you noticed any cavities or any pain or ulcers or redness or anything like that in your mouth? Okay. Now just normal, open your mouth. You don't have to stick your tongue out. Okay, I don't see any cavities. Your mucus is pink and moist, which is what they should be. Okay, I'm just going to pull up your skin just a little bit here. Okay, you don't look very dehydrated to me at all. So that's great. Okay, so let's do start with your arms, your upper arms. Okay, and like I said before, you don't have any redness or abrasions or bruises or anything like that that you know of on your arms. Okay, I've looked this up. I pulled this up and look. Same with this one. Do this on this side. I'm going to feel for your pulses on both sides. They're equal bilaterally. I'm going to feel for your capillary refill. Less than 3 seconds on those sides. Then go ahead and lift your arms for me. Okay, you lift them up into the in front of you. Wonderful. Thank you. So now I'm going to go ahead and have you lay down. And I'm just going to stand at the bottom of the bed. I'm going to look at your belly. You haven't had any problems with your stomach at all? No bruising that you've noticed? Okay, it looks symmetrical to me. I don't see any sunken in areas or you don't have any hernias or anything like that that you know of. Okay. The next thing that I'm going to do is listen to your abdomen. Okay. I'm going to start at the right lower quadrant. Move to the right upper quadrant. Go to the left upper quadrant. And to the left lower quadrant. Okay, vowel sounds are present in all 4 quadrants. And now I'm going to fill. So if you have any pain while I'm filling, please let me know. Okay. So I'm going to fill in that right lower quadrant, and then I'm going to fill in that right upper quadrant, and fill in the left upper quadrant, and fill in the left lower quadrant. Okay, no pain or anything there? Okay, great. When was your last bowel movement?
Yesterday.
Okay, was it normal for you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, notice any bleeding or any discomfort or anything? How about urine? When was the last time you peed? Okay. The same thing, no pain, no burning, no blood or anything in that? Okay, wonderful. And then appetite. How have you, when was your last meal that you had?
This morning.
And did you eat all of that?
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. And that's normal for you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great. So now we're going to move down to your legs. So same thing. I would look at all your legs to make sure you don't have any abrasions or bruises or scrapes or anything like that. Okay? And you don't have that on either of the legs that you have here. Okay? All right. I don't see any edema on the arms or edema on the legs. I'm going to take your shoes and socks off.
Okay. They're tied.
And yes, you have to take the shoes and socks off. She didn't know she had to do this. Okay? Thank you. Okay. So I'm going to feel for both your dorsalis pedis pulses and for your posterior tibialis pulses. And they're strong and equal bilaterally. I'm going to feel your capillary refill. And both are under 3 seconds. So I need you to push with your feet, okay? Pull up toward your nose, okay? Good. All right. Then I want you to take this leg and bend it up, okay? To the side and back down again. No pain, no problems. Same with this leg. Up to the side and out. She looks good hygiene. She has no odor, and she is dressed appropriately. And you can go ahead and put your shoes and socks back on now if you want. Okay, you don't have any new tattoos or piercings that I should know about?
Nothing yet.
Okay. I didn't see any lines or drains. You don't have a fistula or pacemaker or anything like that? Okay, wonderful. I feel like I'm forgetting something with skin. Oh, the one I taught. Okay. Let's do your heart and your lungs. Okay. All right. So I'm first going to listen to your heart. Okay. So you just breathe normal. Okay. So the first part that I'm going to listen to is your second intercostal space. Right sternal border, that's your aortic. Okay, then I'm going to listen to your second intercostal space, left sternal border, and that's your pulmonic. And then I'm going to listen to your fourth intercostal space, left sternal border, and that's your pulmonic, your tricuspid. And then can you lift up your breast for me? Okay. Then I'm going to listen to your fifth intercostal space, mid-clavicular line, and I'm going to listen to your mitral for 1 minute. Okay, so your heart rate is 72, strong and regular. Okay, now I'm gonna listen to your lungs. So whenever I listen to your lungs, every time I move my stethoscope, I want you to take a nice deep breath in and out, okay? So the first spot that I'm gonna listen to is the inner 1/3 of the clavicle. And the inner 1/3 of the clavicle over here. Wonderful. Then I'm going to go down to my second intercostal space and listen. And then my second intercostal space over here and listen. Okay. Then my fourth intercostal space. And my fourth intercostal space. Okay. Again, lift your breast for me if you would. Okay. And then my sixth intercostal space, midclavicular line over here. And my sixth intercostal space, midclavicular line over here. Okay, great. Now I'm going to listen to your back. Would you turn just a little bit that way? Thank you. So I'm going to listen to your T1 above your scapula here. Okay, and your T1 above your scapula here. Okay, then I'm going to go down to your T3 in between the scapula and the vertebrae, and down to your T3 between the scapula and the vertebrae. Okay, then I'm going to go down to T7 between the scapula and the vertebrae, and down to T7 between the scapula and the vertebrae. Okay, then I'm going to go down to T9, lateral to the spine, and T9 over here, lateral to the spine. Okay, and then I'm going to go T9, posterior axillary line. Okay, and then T9 over here, posterior axillary line. Okay, breath sounds are clear bilaterally. Okay, and then I'm going to go document, wash my hands, and I'm going to document. Do you have any other questions for me right now? Okay, what'd I miss?